Hi gamers, I'm back with the second part of my PS1 collection. So let's start off with the letter G, and G is for Gallagher. Classic shooter. And then one of the Ghostbusters games, Extreme Ghostbusters. I believe that was the only Ghostbusters game that got actually released on the PlayStation 1. Even though it's not official Ghostbusters, it's like a side branch for the cartoons. Then Ghost in the Shell, a classic game based on the anime. Quite tough, but good all the same. I showed this in one of my pickup videos. G Police, Weapons of Justice. And then on to the Grand Theft Auto games. First one, second, and Grand Theft Auto London Special Edition, which is based in the 60s. And then Grand Theft Auto box set. All complete with all the manuals and maps. Go on to Gran Turismo, one of the best driving simulating games you can get. Classic, and Gran Turismo 2. Another game which I showed an earlier pickup, Grudge Warriors. Bit of Guilty Gear. Not the best fighters in my opinion. Nowhere near as fun as Tekken or Street Fighter, but it's okay. And Gunfighter: The Legend of Jesse James. There's a sequel to that released on the PS2, I believe, which I've got. I'll show it on my pickup videos. Okay. Classic game Heart of Darkness. Part of this is actually shown in 3D, and I've got the glasses that come with it. Hidden and Dangerous. And this game goes for a fair bit of money now. It's Hogs of War. You play as pigs fighting each other. I guess it's a bit of a precursor to Angry Birds, I suppose, really. And Relate Rick Mel does a lot of narration, so it's supposed to be a lot of slapstick humour. So I think if you like Conker's Bad Fur Day and stuff like that, you probably like Hogs of War. Okay, Hugo and Hugo 2. I don't think they're very good games from what I've read. In Cold Blood. Again, not a very good game. Independence Day. And a Konami football game, International Super Soccer Pro. I've not played this, I'm not sure if it's any good or not. Jersey Devil. And Judge Dredd. Got to have a bit of Judge Dredd, 2000 AD, can't be it. Okay, here's an unusual fighter by Konami. Kenzai Sacred Fist. And a bit of an SNK RPG, Kaldelka. One of the London Racer games. There's quite a few of these released. Definitely on the PS2. I'm not sure if there's any more got released on the PS1, but there's been quite a few released on the PS2. Moving on to M. And M is for Medal of Honor. Right. Medal of Honor Underground. I played the Game Boy Advance version of that, and it's pretty awful. And then there's the Metal Gear Solid and Metal Gear Solid Special Missions. Be pleased to have that in an limited edition set. Metal Slug 10, one of a few Metal Slug games to get released on the PS1 in the UK. Matt Hoffman Pro BMX, got a bit of BMXing. M&M's, Shell Shocked. Doesn't look very good. Okay, right, this game, it's the Saturn port of this is superior to a PlayStation 1 port, but it's still good all the same. I think the frame rate's a bit better on the Saturn, but it's a very good game to have, and that's Marvel Superheroes. Fantastic beat 'em up. MDK. I think I had that on my earlier pickups. Mission Impossible. Mobile Light Suit. I think there was a sequel to this as well, which may be on a PS2. I'm not too sure. Could be one. Could be PS1. Muppet Race Mania. You've got to have some Muppets. And then Muppet Monster Adventure. This is an unusual game. It's one of those music games whereby you can be like a DJ and make your own music mixes. I don't think I'll ever play it, but it's unusual. And it was unusual. I tended to be quite tempted. It was cheap. Got a bit of NBA Jam Extreme. Okay, it's not the rarest of games, it's not the most common to find either. A bit of H.P. Lovecraft, Necronomicon, The Dawning of Darkness. It's a bit of a horror game. Okay, Need for Speed 2. I'm missing Need for Speed 1. I can never see it. I would have thought it'd be as common as anything. I got it on the Saturn, but not on the PS1. Need for Speed 3 and Need for Speed Road Challenge. And I think there's one other and another Need for Speed one I'm missing as well. So I think there's 2 Need for Speed games I'm after on the PS1. Hope to pick them up one day. Okay, this is Oddworld, Abe's Exodus. And a game called One. I think you've got some sort of psycho powers or something like that in there. Psychological, I don't know, powers. Okay, this series of games, I think the first one got also a US or Japanese exclusive, and that's Power Seat Eve. So this is Power Seat Eve 2, which is what we got in the UK, but we didn't get the first one, I don't think. So I think it's another game which I'll probably have to get on import one day. And classic Parappa the Rapper. This is a fantastic music rhythm game. It's quite hard, but it's playable. I mean, I've played this on the PSP and the controls are a little bit broken on there. It's like it's difficult to get a timing right, but on this you can still do it, but it is hard. But it's great fun all the same, and I've got that complete with a map. Well, it's like a map stroke poster. I think it is. It's definitely a poster anyway. Anyway, Pink Panther, Pinkadelic Pursuit. Pitfall 3D, Beyond the Jungle, Planet of the Apes. Not played that. It's probably not very good. I didn't mind the Tim Burton film. A lot of people knock it, but I thought it was okay. Alright, some classic Capcom. Pocket Fighter. Less common game to find. And the Mighty Power Rangers Time Force. Capcom games and also Power Rangers games. I always pick those up if I see them. Cassette oldie, bit of Atari Q-Bert. And the classic Quake 2. Okay, Okay, another water racing game, speedboat racing game. That's Rapid Racer. These are a lot of fun, these tend to be. And then going on to some of the Rayman games. So Rayman 1 and 2, a little combination. And Rayman 2. And Rayman Rush. Okay, I've got the first one of these. Ready to Rumble Boxing Round 2. This game is based on an animated TV series. I think it's made in Canada, but it got shown in the UK, and it's really good actually. I'm not sure the game's any good, but the TV series is very good, and that's Reboot. It's quite funny actually, the TV series. And obviously making a start on the next series of games, which some of you may have guessed, as we are in ERs. Resident Evil, the original, the Value Edition, and the Director's Cut, and then Resident Evil 2, a classic. Well, they're all classics, but Resident Evil 2 is probably the best out of all the games. Resident Evil 3, Nemesis, and one of the poorest of the games is Resident Evil Survivor, a type of House of the Dead type shooter, but it doesn't play as well as House of the Dead games. Then go on to some of the Ridge Racer games. So obviously the Ridge Racer first one, which was a launch title, Ridge Racer Revolution, and also I think this is like a slight spin-off of Ridge Racer, Rage Racer. Okay, so that completes my part 2 of my PS1 collection. Thank you for being patient and watching. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you do, then I suggest you watch part 3, which will be coming up soon. So until then, bye!